From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, welcome into The Horse's Mouth here. Tommy Max, of course, at my bar where you never know who's going to show up to tell their story. It's Biz Champions time with my friend Major Harding, brought to our friends at Terrell Hogan Law. Great to have them on board, and we've got George Robbins from Vistage here. Let's welcome him in to the show. George, how are you, my friend?
Thank you, Tom. I'm
good
well.
Good to see you again.
Same
How's life
here.
treating you?
Life is good. Life is good.
Major, how are you?
I'm good, Tom.
Yeah, and George, you brought some beautiful ladies with you.
I did. Brought my wife and daughter. Betsy is my wife. Beth, my daughter.
Nice to meet you both. Thanks for being here. All right, tell us about Vistage. I know Vistage, but tell our audience all about Vistage.
We don't have enough time. But I'll tell you, I'll give you the brief story.
Okay.
Vistage is a worldwide organization, but it's made up of groups of CEOs.
Yep.
A typical group will be anywhere from 12 to 18 CEOs.
Okay.
And the goal is to help them be better leaders, make better decisions to get better results.
Okay. Getting with like-minded people that are doing the same work, different industries, different spaces, but going through the same kind of thing.
Exactly right. And the size of the company is, well, they got to be big enough to have a staff, right?
Okay.
And so
executive staff.
Yeah, they're no longer the chief cook and bottle washer.
Okay.
But once you get past that, size is really relatively unimportant. I've got in my group, I've got 12 CEOs.
Okay.
The biggest, if I look at the top line, is about 500 million.
Okay.
The smallest is probably between 5 and 10.
Okay.
So,
how did you get involved in Vistage?
actually,
what's your background?
It's my wife.
Right.
My background, my first career was in the chemical industry.
Okay.
So I moved to Jacksonville in 1982 to manage or be CEO or president of a chemical company here in town up on the north side.
Okay. Making perfumes or what kind
Exactly
of
what we made.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
we made
yeah.
fragrances and flavors.
Okay.
And it was a really neat business. We were a global company.
Yep.
We did business in 70-some countries around the world. So I got to do a lot of traveling.
Okay.
Got to see a lot of planes, a lot of places as well.
Yeah.
Delta loves me.
Good.
But when I retired from that, Betsy says, "Well, what are you going to do?" And I said, "Well, I haven't really thought about it a whole lot." And she was in a Vistage group. She had her own flag business at that point. And she said, "Well, why don't you think about Vistage?"
Yeah.
And I'd heard a little bit about it from her, so I had lunch with her Vistage chair,
Yeah.
and that's what got me in.
That's great. I'm sure it's a big, big benefit for all you CEOs to hang around each other and talk through some things that you can't talk about with pretty much anybody else,
Yeah,
right?
the old expression about it's lonely at the top is 100% accurate.
Ooh.
Because, and when I'm talking to a prospective member, I'll say, "Well, who do you talk to with the really tough problems?"
Yeah.
"Oh, I got a great staff." "Oh, I know you do, but what do you talk to when they're the problem?"
Right. Yeah, exactly.
And
how do you navigate that?
Yeah, and that's what we do.
So you guys know each other through Rotary?
Rotary,
Yeah.
Correct?
yeah. I've been a member 30 years. George has been a member
40 years. So
40
And this
years.
is just kind of like
I joined when I was 6, by the way.
CEOs.
So
What'd you say?
I joined Rotary when I was 6. So
That's
Sorry.
fantastic. So did you have a flight business? Is that what I heard?
yes.
Wow. What kind of business? What kind of flight business?
Well, that's a kind of a long story, but I'll tell you the short version. So Betsy's from Richmond. We go back and forth to Richmond. Beth and our son both went to the University of Richmond.
Okay, cool.
And in the late 80s, it became kind of a thing in Richmond where people would fly decorative flags off their house.
Okay.
And we're coming home one time, and she says, "I could do that. I think I'm going to start a flag business."
Yeah.
And I dumbly said, "Go right ahead." And she likes to sew. She loves and is excellent at design work.
Cool.
So she designed and sewed up 3 or 4 flags.
Nice.
And she had a friend that had an embroidery store. And the friend let her hang the flags from the ceiling and sell them. Well, they sold quickly.
All right.
So then more and then more. She ultimately took over the whole embroidery store.
Yeah.
So that's
All right.
how.
So as far as Vistage is concerned, do you guys continue to look for CEOs? Like if someone's watching the show, they go, "Hey, how can I get involved?" Or how
Yeah,
does
I
that
mean,
work?
it's and there's 5 other guys in town that do exactly what I do. So
Okay.
Vistage continues to grow.
Yep.
And the members continue to grow.
Good.
So yes, we're always looking for the right people. It's we're not snobs, but it is selective. I mean,
Yeah, of course.
I have met more than a few CEOs that already know everything,
Right.
and they won't fit.
That's right.
So-
You got to have an open ear.
Yeah.
I don't like people that think they know everything.
Yeah.
Most of the time they don't. You know what I mean?
No, you're wrong. All the time they don't.
All the time, right? All right, so is it VistageFlorida.com, Vistage.com? I'll get
Either one of those will work.
Okay.
And if they want to get in touch with me directly,
Yep.
George3@att.net.
Oh, perfect. And you're a pilot on the side, I'm told.
I'm a pilot on the side, yeah.
What's the furthest you've ever traveled via you piloting?
Well, I've gone to San Diego a few times.
Oh, wow.
That's a 2 fuel stop trip.
Okay.
Betsy and I have been up to Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Ooh.
Over the Bahamas is a short trip, a couple hours.
Yeah, right.
But so I saw those Duluth, Minnesota.
Boston,
Okay.
Boston, Massachusetts.
Boston, Massachusetts. Beth is in Boston.
That's a nice way to travel, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Dad, can you pick me up?
Yeah, we don't go into Logan though.
Yeah, I know, right? No, stay away from Logan.
They want a $500 landing fee. So.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
Is that
Norwood
right?
is free.
Well, those big planes might blow you around a little bit
Yeah,
too
a little
much,
bit,
too,
yeah.
right? Well, great to have you on, George. And ladies, very nice to meet you. Thanks for being here. Major, great job.
Thanks.
And keep up the great work with Vistage. That's awesome.
Thank you, Tom.
All
Good
right,
to see
thank you. Yeah, appreciate it. Hey, you never know who's going to show up, but guess what? Everybody's welcome because everybody has a story, and you have the chance to tell it right here on the horse's mouth. So until next time, y'all stay safe out there and be cool. And we'll see you right here on the horse's mouth. Cheers.
Darrell Hogan Law is a collection of lawyers that help people solve problems in areas of life they're not able to solve them themselves.
We are not individuals. We are purely a team. We work together for all of our clients.
We have the resources to win your case and win it to such a degree that you're going to be very happy with the results.